Welcome to Painted Kids Studio, where we make amazing art videos. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can be notified every time we post a new art video. Hello friends, Miss Kate here for our daily drawing of the day. And today, we are doing one of my very favorite paintings. And this has been a studio favorite, I think, since we started this. So, this painting is probably almost 10 years old, and I know some of my older friends may have already painted it with me, either at a birthday party at the studio or at school, but I know it's been a long time since I've done it at the studio as a public event or at school, so there's a lot of you I know that have not done my Starry Night in Paris painting. So today we are not painting because I'm trying to use materials that you guys might have at home since we're all stuck at home. I am working with just plain old paper and a Sharpie marker to start. You guys, I would not recommend starting with a Sharpie. I would start with pencil and eraser. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the center of my arch. So where the path goes through, I'm going to draw like an arch. So maybe like that. And it's okay if it's not perfectly straight. So you want to make like a curve like this. And then this is going to be like the feet of the Eiffel Tower. So I'm going to go out to the side, and I'm going to go out to the side like that. And then after you have that, I'm going to have you guys look at the top of your paper, and I'm going to try to have you find where is the middle of your arch, and I want you to go all the way up like this, and I want you to put a little dot up there, just so you know what you're aiming for, because sometimes when I'm drawing really long lines, I like to have something to aim at. So I've got this little dot way up here. It's like centered almost exactly on the center of my arch. And now I'm going to get the sides of my tower. So I'm going to start here at the edge of this foot here, and I'm going to go kind of angled in, and then as I get closer to that dot, I'm going to start turning a little bit like that. Okay? Gonna be the same thing. And again, this is why I have you guys working with pencil. I'm doing this with Sharpie, but this is really hard with Sharpie because this is one of those things that I would love to keep drawing and erase and getting it perfect, but I'm not working with pencil today. So I'm gonna go like this, same thing on this side. We're gonna go angled, and I'm gonna go up, 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 like that. Okay, so it's not perfectly straight, but I think I can still tell it's the Eiffel Tower. So after we have this part, I'm gonna start adding the little balconies. So my first little balcony is gonna be about here. I'm gonna do like 2 lines like this. And then I'm gonna have a second little balcony, maybe up about here. 2 lines like that. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another line, and this is going to be like where there's like a little railing, and it sticks out a little bit past our tower there, like that. And I'm going to do the same thing up here. Just like that. Okay, so we've got our 2 little balconies here. And then I like to add some little details on the tower, so I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna draw a little line, draw another little line. Sometimes I'll add like an extra little line around the arch, like this. And then I'm gonna start doing where the legs kind of go up like this. So I'm gonna do like a line like that, and a line like that. And then I'm gonna do this and touch that middle line, and do this and touch that middle line. So mine's not perfect. I might try to straighten it out a little bit. It's not perfect. That's okay. But you've got the basic shape, so we can tell that this is the Eiffel Tower. So I'm just kind of like outlining it a little bit, making it a little stand out a little bit. Okay, so we've got like Eiffel Tower. Since I outline those, I feel like I have to outline these a little bit. All right, and then I'm gonna show you how to put a little texture on the tower to make it look a little more like the Eiffel Tower. So whenever I'm drawing the Eiffel Tower, I like to do hatching. So hatching is like a crissy-crossy pattern. So I kind of go like some diagonal lines going this way. And again, it's not like perfect. I'm just kind of like, it's more like a texture. So I'm doing diagonal lines. It's not perfect, but I've got diagonal lines kind of going this way. And then I'm gonna get some diagonal lines going the other way. And again, it's not perfect, that's okay. We're just having fun. Okay, so we got some diagonal lines going the other way. And then when I get to these like lines here, I like to do the same thing, like and then the other direction, like that. And then over to the other side. There we go, we've got our hatching in. And so even though it's not perfect, you look at this and you say, that's the Eiffel Tower, you know what it is. So it's okay if yours is a little crooked or your hatching isn't completely straight. That is fine. We can still look at this and say, that's the Eiffel Tower. So the next thing I like to do, because I call this one Starry Night in Paris, I like to put the painting Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh in the background. So the first thing I like to do for my Starry Night is I like to put a line of the grass behind the tower. So it's a pretty straight line and it just stops at each leg like this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the mountains in the background, but instead of mountains, in Starry Night you have mountains in the background. I think I'm actually gonna do some trees. So I'm just gonna do some like blobby lines. Kind of looks like trees in the background in Paris, maybe like this. There we go, so we've got like a little waggly line. And then to make this look like Starry Night, the biggest part of Starry Night, I love this part, is the moon. So over here in the top corner, I'm gonna put a big circle. And inside that circle, I'm gonna put the letter C. And then after we have letter C, I'm gonna put another letter C, but it's smaller and it kind of turns the C into a banana. So that's my crescent moon right there. And another awesome piece of the Starry Night painting is that wind, that swirly wind that's blowing through the sky. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So when I do the wind, when I'm drawing any Starry Night painting, which I have a lot of them, I always start at the edge of the canvas, and this is how I think about doing a swirl. I go up, I go down, I almost touch the moon, but I turn back around. So I went up, I went down, I almost touched the moon, but I turned back around. And then you have your swirl, but we need to make it have a thickness. So I'm gonna start on this end. And I'm gonna retrace my steps. And I am gonna go like this, like that. There we go. So we've got our swirl of wind, a windy day in Paris. And then you can start throwing in your Starry Night stars. So in Vincent van Gogh's painting, he has these glowing stars, and to me they kind of look like donuts a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some donuts in the sky. But these donuts, they're not donuts. Ooh, I can even put one in here. Just don't put them on your swirl. I don't want them on your swirl, but you can probably tuck a star in here. Ooh, maybe even in here. I take them all the way down to the trees. So I'm gonna go ahead and start filling in my Starry Night sky with some stars to make it really Starry Night. And they're different sizes. Some are big, some are small. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe one more. Little one. Okay, so I've got my Starry Night sky behind my Eiffel Tower. And the next thing I'm gonna do is draw the path. So again, remember when I drew this line that was kind of lined up with the center and I did this little dot here? I'm gonna do the same thing under here. So I see this little dot. That's gonna be really far away where this path is going. So we're gonna have a path that runs underneath our tower. But back here, this is really far away. So the path is gonna be really skinny, but it's gonna get bigger as it comes towards you. So I'm gonna start right at this dot here, and it's gonna be skinny, and then it's gonna flare out and get bigger. So same thing over here. It's gonna be really thin, like almost touching, the lines are almost touching, and then it's gonna flare out like that. So here is really far away, and here is up close. And then if you guys want to, I always, when I do this painting, I like to add a couple little people on the path, or even one person. Maybe it's just you walking down the path, and they're just gonna be little stick figures. They're gonna be in silhouette, so they're gonna be black, so they're really easy to do. The only thing you have to remember is the Eiffel Tower in Paris is huge, so you're gonna look teeny tiny. So I'm gonna do just a teeny little person. So there's the little head, there's the little neck. I'm gonna have like the little arms like this. This is gonna be the body. I might be wearing a dress. Maybe I'm wearing a dress. Okay, so here's my little dress. And I'm gonna have, maybe I'll have my hair in a ponytail. That's kind of cute. And then there's my legs and my feet. So super simple. It's just like a little stick figure. And maybe you're walking a dog. I'm gonna put a little dog in there. Maybe like a little puppy. The dog isn't looking at me though. Oh, I have a little tail. There's a little tail. So you can put a little dog on there. You can do whatever you want on the path, or you could just leave it as it is. You do not have to color, or you don't have to add anything on the path. I just sometimes like to have a little something down there. So as far as coloring, I do like to color this the way that Vincent van Gogh's painting is colored. So I like to have a shade of blue for most of the sky. And it could be any shade of blue you want. So all of this would be like a dark blue in here. And I'm just gonna do a portion of the sky because I know you guys can color this on your own. But this part of the sky would have it be like a darker blue. And then, so like here would be darker blue, like this. And then the swirl, I usually have it just a really soft blue. So I'm using the same blue, but I'm just not pushing very hard on my pencil. So it's like very soft, like this. And then you would color the whole sky. Oh, and don't forget, this is sky too. So in this little spot here, this is sky. Okay, same thing here. That's a little piece of sky there. And there's even a little piece of sky behind this balcony here. So there's some sky, and there's also some sky down here. Those are some places that sometimes I forget that there's sky. So you wanna make sure you get those places covered. So I've got, and you can do all this. Okay, so I'm gonna let you continue this on your own. I'm gonna show you how I do my stars. So in Vincent van Gogh's painting, the stars are glowing. So I'm gonna have this like yellow glow around all my stars and my moon. The moon is gonna have this yellow glow too. Okay, so you're gonna get all your stars glowing yellow like this. And then the middle of the stars, there's a couple choices. You can do them if you have like a mustard color, like this like golden color. I like to use that a lot of times for my moon and for my stars. Like this, the middle of the donuts here. I use this color, or you can use orange. And then I like to make my, because it's night, because the stars and moon are out, I like to make my tower look like it's glowing. So I like to make it a shade of gold, or even like yellow. You can even mix some yellow in there too to make it look like it's like really glowing. So I might even mix a couple colors together. So I've got like yellow, like this. And then I might go back over it with some gold. So you can color in your whole tower, make it glow against your background. And then the grass can be, it's nighttime, so a lot of times I will do like a darker green for the grass because it's night. So if it were a daytime painting, I would probably use a lighter green than this. And then your path can be any color you want. It can be brown, it can be black. Well, I wouldn't do black. I would do maybe gray or even blue. Blue might be pretty. And your trees can be black, or they can even be a really dark green. Sometimes I'll take the same green and just push really hard, so it's like a really dark green for the trees in the background. But I'm gonna let you guys finish this painting, or this drawing. I wish I was painting, but I'm not, I'm drawing today. I'm gonna let you guys finish coloring this however you want. This is a beautiful painting. I know this one's a little more advanced than my other drawings I've been doing this past week, but when you break it down step by step, it's not too hard. So I hope that you guys had fun following along with me today, and I look forward to painting with you again tomorrow.
Okay, bye!